Hi guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I will be doing a football boot unboxing, something that I plan to do plenty of on this channel as it starts to grow and it starts to expand. In today's unboxing video, we have the Nike Tiempo Legend 10 Elite in the white, black, bright crimson colorway, size 11. And this is also known as the Ready colorway or the Ready Pack Tiempo that Nike just dropped for the start of the 2023-2024 season. So without further ado, let's open it up and get a look at the boots. And look at that. It looks fantastic. All right, I'll put that down. Take out the other one. Put that down. And of course, comes with a string bag. Nice white Tiempo string bag. Pretty nice looking. So yeah, let me put some of this stuff away and then we'll get into the actual unboxing. So getting into the specifics of the Nike Tiempo Legend 10 Elite. This boot was released earlier this year, back in July. I think it was on July 30th that the original launch colorway dropped, which was supposed to be like a black, silver, and blue color. But anyways, this is part of the Nike Ready Pack, which is supposed to be for the start of the 2023-2024 season across like the world, more or less. The Nike Tiempo Legend 10 Elite was released as the replacement to Tiempo Legend 9 Elite. And the main difference between these two is that the Legend 9 used kangaroo leather, while the Legend 10 is the first Legend in a long time, since the Tiempo Legend 3, I believe, to not use kangaroo leather upper, excuse me. Instead, it opts for an upper called Fly Touch Plus, which is supposed to be a synthetic type of leather, similar to like the Kangalite that you would find on the Nike CTR 360 series. In fact, the Nike CTR 360 Maestri 3 remake and the Tiempo Legend 10 Elite, when the two uppers are compared, they almost feel like identical, although I've heard rumors that this feels a lot softer than what was on the CTR 360 Maestri 3 remake. So I guess that gets to be seen, because I actually don't have a CTR 360 Maestri 3 remake. I only have this, and I do have one leather boot here. I have the Tiempo, or not Tiempo, Adidas Copa Pure Plus in the launch colorway as well, from the Own Your Football pack back at the start of this year. I've used them a fair bit, so the leather's nice and like worn in, it's nice and broken in, and it's fairly soft, like, but to me the main difference is that this isn't as like sticky or waxy as what's on the Tiempo Legend 10. And the Tiempo Legend 10 honestly does feel a slight bit softer when I'm comparing the two uppers. Keep in mind that the Copa Pure Plus does use calfskin instead of kangaroo leather, but still, it's supposed to be softer than like the kangaroo leather that was found in the Copa Sense Plus. So yeah, just feeling the two out, this just feels a little softer. But yeah, I guess like once it's on feet, you'll really be able to tell like the difference between the two. Anyways, getting into the tech specs of the Tiempo Legend 10 Elite. As I said before, it uses a Fly Touch Plus upper, which is the most premium synthetic leather that you're going to get from Nike on all their Tiempo models, this being the Elite one. In addition to this Fly Touch synthetic, which is already kind of sticky and waxy to the touch, you'll have these engineered 3D grip dots that extend all over the instep of the boot, going all the way down to the big toe area. And these are supposed to provide grip, of course, in addition to that waxy feeling or waxy coating from this upper. And on top of that, on this side, you have some indents or ridges inside the upper, which I suppose it's just supposed to like add a little bit of texture so that it adds a little more grip in its own way to the upper. I've never really understood the concept of doing it like this, where you have indents instead of an actual like element on top of the upper, kind of like the grip dots on this side, but I'm not a designer for a reason, am I right? I'm just a consumer. So anyways, yeah, we'll see how this upper performs. It does feel incredibly soft out of the box, like I've already mentioned like probably 100 times by now. It's super malleable, super plush. It's also supposedly super thin. It's supposed to be thinner than what was on the Tiempo Legend 9. So let me see if I reach my hand into here. It does have a pretty narrow opening. Actually, The inside liner is kind of plush, I guess. Kind of nice and plush and soft. But it does feel pretty thin though. So I guess that's fair. Then getting into the collar and like the heel construction, you can see the Tiempo Legend 10 features sort of a hybrid between the traditional U-throat construction as well as like a one-piece collar, because this collar is stitched to this U-throat construction, and then you have like just the regular like laces like just sliding into that U-throat construction, whereas like most cleats, like I can't reach most of my boots right now, they're up in the top of my closet, but they all have like the one-piece upper with a dual lace hole setup, whereas this is like the U-throat with the open lace construction, the single lace holes and all that. I like this actually a lot because that means I can do the runner's loop with this as opposed to like the double lace hole setup, which is a lot more difficult because I have to set up my laces in a different way. Anyways, that's besides the point. The collar itself is made from Flyknit, which has pretty good stretch to it. You can see the Tiempo logo right there, which I've never really understood why they did it like that. It's kind of a weird logo, but whatever. It stretches all right. I think it'll make for a pretty decent opening if you're trying to get your feet into the boots, especially once you had the laces like all pulled out and all frayed out. The heel construction is pretty traditional as well. The Tiempo Legend 10 features an internal plastic heel counter, although they try to give the illusion of like a solid like external one with this like black piece coming out, but this is in fact part of the upper. The only part that's flying in this is like the back collar here, which is also cut in a traditional like low cut like type of way. In the heel, you can see these two foam pods. If I can bring this closer to the camera, you can see these two foam pods, and it has like a suede microfiber texture liner covering those foam pods. So it'll be like a no-nonsense fit when you slide your feet into it. Now, getting into the sole plate. Oh yeah, and this is also a pretty cool touch too. They stitched on like a Tiempo like logo like right here on the side. This one kind of indents into the boot though, so like I don't know if that's like an issue with like putting the boots on in the future because of the way it's kind of indents and makes this narrow, whereas like I think on the other one, oh no, it's actually kind of like that on the other one too. It's like that on both. But anyways, yeah, I'll see how that affects putting the boots on when I do my on feet portion. I'm going to take out the insole now and give you guys a look at that. So we're going to take off the sticker. Yeah, so as you can see, the insole super thin, super lightweight. It's made from a single layer of Nike's pour-on foam. And you can see here that it has these two plus signs in the upper, or in the, not the upper, what do you call it? The insole, basically to denote some parts of the sole plate that you might notice when you're wearing these. Well, they claim you might notice, but I don't really think you will. You can see it says Nike Football down here, the Tiempo branding in here. Over here it says Nike Football Cushioning Technology, suggesting that the cushion on these is going to be anything but exceptional. I guess that remains to be seen when it's on feet, but that's besides the point. Yeah, that's it for the insole. I'll put the insole back in, and then we'll get into the sole plate. So as you can see, the sole plate is largely the same as what was on the Tiempo Legend 9 Elite. You got your 4-bladed studs in the heel for more aggressive traction. You've got a toe pick stud right here, as well as like a smaller one on the side, and you've got primarily conical studs with your one stabilizer stud there in the middle. Same kind of like stiffener bar that runs through the middle of the Tiempo logo. The sole plate is pretty much the exact same as the Legend 9. It's not too aggressive. It's not too, well, what do you call the opposite of aggressive? Relaxed. It's the perfect amount of like bite, but also ability to twist and pivot. It's not gonna like put too much stress on your knees, and sure, it may not be the craziest thing for like sprinting down an opponent or like running at maximum speed, but it will get the job done. It will feel comfortable under your feet, and it's just good. It's trusty. It's gonna do what you need it to do. That's all you have to know. Nike does have these two sense zones here though. which are supposed to be like relieving the pressure points on your foot, because you have like the ball of your toes on there as well as like the ball of your foot. Or well, technically, if we're getting really specific, you have the ball of your first phalange and then of your first metatarsal phalangeal joint right here. But like, I doubt this is gonna do anything. It doesn't have any like push or any give to it to where you can say, oh yeah, this is gonna depress down, like go down kind of like that, and like make it feel more comfortable when I'm running or anything like that. It's not like the Nike Air Zoom Tech that's in the Mercurial, for the example, where when you're stepping, it pushes it down and it like pushes back up against your foot and creates like that spring back effect, which makes them so comfortable. So overall, I mean, the boots look pretty solid to me. I think that I'm gonna enjoy wearing them, especially because this is my first pair of Tiempos since I want to say I was about 10 years old, no, 11 years old. So like that'd be like 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago. No, maybe it was even younger since I've had them. It's got to be like between 10 and 15 years since I've worn a pair of Tiempos. And the Tiempos I had back then were a pair of indoors that had really nice leather quality to them. So this is a kind of a wake-up call for me, because I never got to try the Legend 9, the Legend 8, the Legend 7, Legend 6, Legend 5, any of those. Also, fun fact, this colorway actually kind of reminds me of the Tiempo Legend 6 from the Metal Flash pack. If you guys remember that pack, all the way back from 2016, it also had a white upper with some black base, and then it had like some red accents. But granted, those red accents were more of like a crimson than like an actual like bright red, like that you see here. It was more of like a salmon colored crimson to that. But I feel like that's where Nike kind of got the inspiration for this colorway, and then like the whole pack in general, because I just remember this is giving me those vibes so much. I'll put like a picture of the colorway I'm talking about on screen in a few moments, but yeah, it's just such a class looking boot, and it's like, I feel like I'm gonna have really like lots of fun with this. You can see here some extra details. It has the Nike Move to Zero logo right there on the side, signifying that this was made with a lot of recycled materials. And then down here, all conditions control. Again, this is kind of a gimmick. I mean, you can't see all conditions control. You just have to assume that's there and it's working when it's raining, when it's snowing, when it's dry, when it's whatever. Anyways, that's it for the main boot review, or the main boot unboxing, because this isn't really a review. I haven't actually tried them out yet. But anyways, now that you guys have heard everything you need to hear about the boots, basically, like from the unboxing, I'm gonna get them on feet and then tell you guys about how they fit and feel, and we'll just go from there after. So I'll see you guys on the pitch in a few moments. So what's up, guys? We're back with the on feet portion of the boot review. I have the Tiempo Legend 9s, or 10s here. You can see here's a string bag again. Just so you guys have a better view of how it looks. And now I'm gonna take the boots out, put them on. I'll tell you guys how they feel. So let's do this. First off, let's fray out the laces. This is a lot more easy to unlock the laces because of this tongue construction. I don't have grip socks on today because I usually like to try everything out without grip socks first and then see where I can go from there. But so yeah, we're gonna put on this first one. Okay. Wow. That's pretty interesting. Let me get that lace as well. Wow. Tie that and tie that. Okay, so far, I can already say this feels really good. Get the other one on. I'm not even gonna open up the laces this time because the upper can just do that on its own. Again, slide this in, pull the collar up. Wow. I actually love the way these feel. I never thought I'd be saying I like Tiempos again. What the heck? This is so dope. Okay, yeah, guys. There we go. Get the Legend 10 Elite on feet. These things look fantastic. And they honestly feel fantastic too. If I'm being honest, like, this is what it's about. This is true comfort. Let me move the camera just so I can get a better angle of this, so you guys can see like a side view of the boots. Yeah, let me move a little closer as well. These, they feel amazing. Like, I have no hot spots right now. I usually have hot spots right here and right here, but I don't feel that. Toe box is like the perfect length, like perfect on both feet. I remember talking about this. This actually fits really well. Like, this is so good. Like, what the heck? And the heel's a bit like there's space, like especially on this medial side for both boots, but wow, I like it. Let me see. Yeah, these feel fantastic. I love them. Anyways, yeah, guys, that's it for this review or this unboxing. I've got these on feet, so I just want to show you guys how they fit, how they feel. I'm gonna do some more training in them eventually. Not today though, because I got something else to try. Phantom Luna review coming soon. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this unboxing. Stay tuned for my next video, my next training sessions, and hopefully sooner or later I'll have my review for this Tiempo Legend 10 Elite up soon. So take care. I'll see you guys later.